Yosh, 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 yosh. Ah, yes. Hello there, guys. Welcome to Tired Dad Streaming 101. Hi, I'm Tired Dad, also known as NibletK. Welcome. To begin our first segment of the stream, I watch video game trailers and news, because trailers are basically news. So we're gonna jump straight into something news related, and we're gonna see what they have to offer. First on the line, we got Castle War, an idle island. This is an indie game. Might also be a mobile game from the looks of it.
You're a rookie, aren't you? Let the master teach you how to build an actual castle.
Actual castle. Also, I got the hiccup.
Mount them with an arsenal of weapons, and finally make it cozy. Ta-da! Ain't that beauty? Now, show me how you'll do. Good. Well, catapults in front. What a mess. It's horrendous, but with a lot of luck, it could work. Holy moly! The enemy is attacking! You have to fight now! Roar! Phew! Oh, that...
Did they have to go with that song? Is this a Royale game?
You're now ready for Castle War. Download.
Oh yeah, it's a mobile game. Oh boy. Thanks a lot, mobile game. Alright, moving on. Rocket League gets the Batmobile from the new upcoming movie. So that's like exactly the trailer or the jump in the movie. Available March 2nd to throughout March 9th. Yeah, I mean, all you guys that like Rocket League, it's worth getting all of them skins, because let's face it, the cars are cool, man. Naraka Blade Point. What is Omnis Nightmare? Official cinematic trailer.
For 1,000 years, this nightmare happens over and over.
This looks good.
A foolish mortal yearns for eternal life, to rise from the dead. Tangled in darkness, they become a horde of putrid. Now this is your nightmare. It's too late. There is no salvation, no escape.
Is this a Souls game? Is this a new Souls game? Or an action RPG? Well, it's only a cinematic trailer, so we'll definitely have to keep an eye out on this. It's coming out March 11th. Also, I got chest pains. What's over here, chat? Sternum? Man, that fucker hurts. What is going on? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Well, at least if anything happens, it happens live. Yeah, I know I'm a doofus. Ah, I'm just too tired. Oh my god. Here's something funny. Marvel Future Revolutions. We got a Magneto reveal. Ooh, he looks cool. I don't think I've ever seen that costume on Magneto. Wait, is he a hero or... I mean, obviously he's a bad guy, but is he a boss or is he a playable character? I guess I won't know. Next we got Alien Realm, an announcement trailer for the PlayStation VR. 2 move controllers required to play. Hey there, little buddy. Okay, doesn't look that bad. What are those blobs? So are we like... Oh, look at those swords. I guess we're kind of fighting endless hordes of monsters. Oh, space travel? That could be interesting. Also, it can be nauseating, probably. Alien Realm. Interesting. There's not a lot of good VR games, in my opinion. There are some cool VR experiences, but not too many like super cool games that are worth, you know, investing in a VR headset.
Rated T for teen.
Wreckfest. And this is just an update trailer for April. He just wrecked that cab. Okay, March through April, there's a tournament apparently. Okay, not bad. Oh, look, now in-game the Rocket League Batman car. Epic little announcement over there. Grand League Spring 2022 announcement trailer. This is for Trackmania. I don't know what kind of DMC bullshit I'm gonna get from this Trackmania thing. But people actually really enjoy Trackmania. And I know it's actually super hard. Very difficult. But I guess also very satisfying? They took a really nice concept. This actually reminds me a lot of a game called Wipeout. Ooh. The cars are actually really nicely made. March 6th, watch on Twitch. Oh, interesting. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, and now we're moving on to the end of today's trailers. We got one cool trailer, and then we got something that will make me go like, ah. This is The Legend of Heroes Trails to Zero. This looks like a very fun JRPG. Okay, so cop that died, I guess. We became like the same thing. The Legend of Heroes Trials from Zero. Welcome to Crossbell, where culture and commerce Collide. Oh my god, that looks so good. A place where you can thrive and pursue your dreams. But beneath the surface... Yes, go on. Lies a world full of crime and secrets. Chaos! What dangers await you? Chaos! Ooh. An ominous city-state. Coming September 27th. Oh. Okay, we got a long way to go. Okay, so she has a staff, might be a healer. That guy has a lance, might be a tank. He has like sword batons, because they look very weird. So fighter. And she has a gun. So sort of like an assassin. Marksman. Something something. She's definitely a mage or healer type. She even got like the pose and everything. She's like, oh, I'm just gonna help you guys. I'm gonna be so useful. You're not ever gonna want to put me on the bench. And now, let's indulge into something that I've been watching all of these days, as much as I can, of. And like I said, I'm gonna watch you guys straight in the face. You can watch this game and not get spoiled about anything. Pretty much. Now, obviously, if you watch, like, I am very, very attentive to every little detail, you're gonna understand and be spoiled. But if you just binge it, like, from now to infinity and drop in from time to time on people playing the game, you're gonna see like a fight or a boss or whatever. You're not gonna remember everything, firstly. And even if you get a little bit like spoiled, you're still gonna enjoy finding it and having a different experience than whoever you're watching when you're gonna play it yourself. So yeah, if you don't want to get spoiled, I think I'm saying it right. Yeah, it's spoilers. Yeah, if you don't want to get spoiled or spoilered, I don't know. Spoilered. Aerodynamics. I guess don't watch this end segment for 12 minutes. That being said, I'm gonna watch it. So here's 10 things you didn't know in Elden Ring's Limgrave.
What's up, guys? I'm Dave Klein, aka Dave Control. The world of Elden Ring is absolutely massive, so there's a good chance there's something you might have missed, even if it's small. So here are 10 things you didn't know you could do in Elden Ring.
Let's see.
For this episode, I'm going to focus on Limgrave
I'm
as
curious.
to avoid late game spoilers. Margit's Shackle. If you're struggling against the first major boss fight of Elden Ring, Margit the Fell Omen, fear not, for the game actually includes a handy way to make this boss fight easier. The way to do this is by purchasing Margit's Shackle. What is it? Well, shackles were used to bind the cursed people called the Omen, and these ones were made to keep a particular omen under strictest confinement. Though faint, the shackles still retain vestiges of power, enough to trap the once-bound Margit on Earth, if only for a short time. Once you get this shackle, use it against Margit and even other Omen creatures you may find, and it will shackle them momentarily, allowing you to wail in some hits. And you can use it multiple times, so don't worry about running out of uses. So where do you find this ever so useful item? Well, head to the Murkwater Cave. You can find this in between the Murkwater Catacombs and Agheel Lake, right at this section of the map.
This game is so good, I swear
when you
it.
get invaded by Bloodyfinger Nerigis. Don't worry, Bloodyfinger Hunter Yura will be there to help you through it. Enter the Murkwater Caves, open up the chest, and who should you find but none other than Patches. Yes, the very same Patches that is in just about every recent From Software game. Once you get him to half health, he'll give up on the fight and act as a merchant. Rest at a site of grace and return to him, and you'll now be able to purchase the Margit Shackles from him for 5,000 runes. A steep price, but maybe not so steep when you consider just how useful this item can be.
Oh, that is
Bach
so
the
good.
Seamster. It can be very easy to miss some NPCs in Elden Ring. In fact, some of them are even hidden as inanimate objects. One of these NPCs is Bach the Seamster, who you can find
He's a
in a
bush.
small forested area near the Agheel Lake north side of Grace, or here on a map. Bach has been transformed into a tree, and you'll be clued in on his location by him calling out when you run by near him.
You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
And the only way to help him out, Cully, is by hurting him. No, seriously, you'll either need to swing at his tree with a weapon or roll into him to restore him to normal. Once you do this, Bach will thank you by gifting you a number of mushrooms and suggest his next location.
My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
After this, you can find Bach in the coastal cave to the west side of
Interesting.
Limgrave. He'll clue you in on the ganky nature of the dungeon's bosses, but defeat them and you'll find his prized sewing needle you can give back to him and progress his quest line, where Bach will be able to alter certain items of your wardrobe for you. While
Alter
this is essentially
garments?
the same thing as the tailoring tools you'll also get for defeating the demi-human chief's boss fight, and that you can use without Bach at any site of grace, Bach will alter your wardrobe for you for free, whereas doing it at a site of grace will cost runes. Being a dick pays off.
Oh.
Getting high-level equipment
Wait, what?
early on can be a little tough in Elden Ring. You may not meet the stat requirements, and the more and more you upgrade your weapons, the more and more expensive
that
it is,
looks
with
so
smithy
good.
stones that are harder to come by earlier on. However, there's a very, very quick and easy way to get a very good starting weapon, if you're willing to be a dick. Head to Castle Morn to the south, which is being besieged by menials. At the top of the
Can I just say this is so well made? Thank you for this, whatever this kind of 10 tips guide is. This is just so cool.
castle, you can find the Warden of Castle Morn, Edgar, whose daughter, Irina, you can find earlier on the way to Castle Morn. Edgar is doing his best to hold the line and keep the castle from being fully captured by the menials, while protecting their special weapon.
I'm afraid Castle Morn won't hold much longer. Take this, by way of apology.
But you know, Edgar, I feel like a failure to hold the line like this deserves to be severely punished.
What's this about?
For killing Edgar, he'll drop a +8 halberd, which is pretty damn good at this point in the game, when you should be tackling Castle Morn. So hey, maybe being a dick does pay off. Nighttime struggles.
Oh,
Exploring the lands
okay.
between at night can bring a host of new challenges. For example, if you explore the bridge just south of the Agheel Lake north side of Grace at night,
Oh yeah,
the
there's
Knight's
this
cavalry boss fight will
horsey.
appear. Similarly, the same thing can be said at the Castle Morn Rampart site of Grace on the Weeping Peninsula. But these aren't the only unique things that will happen at night. For example, head back to the Church of Ella at night, you know, the same church where you find Kale the Merchant. If you do so after getting Torrent, you'll find the witch who calls herself Renna. Renna will then gift you the Spirit Calling Bell, which will allow you to summon Spirit Ashes, as well as some Lone Wolf Spirit Ashes. But that's not all. Head up to Stormhill and you can find the War Master's Shack east of the Stormhill Shack Rodericka likes to hang out in. Normally, you'll find Bernal at the War Master's Shack, who's kind enough to teach you some weapon arts. However, head here at night, and Bernal will be missing. If he's not, rest at your site of grace, again making sure it's night, and you'll find he's no longer there. Walk inside, and you'll be ambushed by none other than a bell-bearing hunter. He has a telekinetic sword, so have fun with that one. Rodericka.
Wait,
Speaking
what?
of Rodericka, you can find her in the Stormhill Shack, saddened because all of her buddies left to get grafted by Godric the Grafted. The Stormhill Shack is easy enough to find, as it's right on the path to Stormvale Castle. Speaking to Rodericka here, she'll gift you Spirit Jellyfish Ashes, which are honestly pretty awesome. She also happens to be a very important NPC, and you continue her questline in one of two ways. The way that's probably technically the correct way would be by searching Stormvale Castle. Before you defeat Godric, which will progress her questline, you can find a grafted scion within the castle below the Rampart Tower site of Grace. You don't have to defeat him here, but what you do need to do is head to the side room near this, where you'll find a number of corpses piled up and a couple of dogs. On the pile of corpses, you'll find...
Well, look at this. How about no? Thank you very much, but no. Hate
Find the
those
Chrysalis
spells.
Memento. Bring this back to Rodericka, and she'll head off to the Round Table Hold. Here at the Round Table Hold, Rodericka will thank you for helping her out and give you a golden seed. You're now free
Oh,
to
those are
continue your
good for
quest line.
flasks.
However, let's say you miss that, and she leaves before you can finish her quest. Fear not, as returning to Stormhill Shack, you can find some flowers she's left as well as a golden seed, and she'll still end up in the Round Table Hold. Like I said, she's an important NPC. Blythe, aka Guts. Blythe is the best. He's a giant wolf warrior who's pretty much just Guts from Berserk, but as a wolf, and I love him.
What?
He's also the wolf you may have seen in artwork during loading screens of the game, as well as one of the first trailers to the game. But finding him can actually be a little tricky, so here's what you need to do. Head east of Limgrave into Mistwood. It's the large forest just east of Limgrave. You can't miss it. In fact, if you're doing Patch's questline, he will transport you right into Mistwood with his chest trap. If you walk around the
Ouch,
Mistwood
that's a
ruins
big bear.
early in the game, you'll hear a howling noise. Not much you can do here yet, but return back to the Church of Ella and speak with Kale the Merchant. Now that you've heard the howling, you'll have a new line of dialogue you can get from Kale about it. Kale will teach you the snap gesture. Now return to Mistwood and the Mistwood ruins. Use the snap gesture and you'll beckon Blythe to come down and speak to you. From here, you can continue on early parts of his questline. All of that said, if you missed
he's
this,
so
don't
big.
worry, you can still do later parts of Blythe's questline later in the game. It's all good.
He's
You'll just
so
miss
big.
the beginning of his questline. You can escape transporter traps. Something I brought up in the last point was the transporter trap that Patches sets for you. If you open that chest up, there's nothing you can do about it. You're getting transported to Mistwood. However, that said, there are many more transporter trap chests hidden throughout the lands between. And as it turns out, you can actually dodge away from these and are given a decent amount of time to react and get away before they ensnare you. To do so, it's actually pretty simple. When you open the trap, just roll backwards right after you open it, and after realizing it's a transporter trap, and boom, transportation avoided. But let's say you're curious about where it goes. You can still open the transporter trap again at any point, and it will still transport you to the same location as before.
Ah, okay.
Stone Sword Keys. This one is just a bit of paying attention to details, but it's kind of fun. The Stone Sword Keys you get in the game can be used on imp statue locks that lock away hidden areas that typically contain good loot, or some horrendous boss you're going to have to fight.
Wow.
However, sometimes these imps take one Stone Sword Key, and other times they take two. The way to tell how many they'll take is simply by looking at the imp statue. All of them have two heads, but in many of them, there's already a Stone Sword Key in the bottom head, which you can visually see.
I get it.
If there's a Stone Sword Key already in one of them, which is
You only need
honestly
one.
most of these, you'll only need one Stone Sword Key to unlock the area. However, for the ones where there aren't any Stone Sword Keys in the imp statue, that's when you know you'll need two of your Stone Sword Keys.
Interesting.
Stormvale Castle Skip. Alright, so you made it to Stormvale and you're struggling, but you want to explore Liurnia, which is north of Stormvale Castle, and just have fun exploring more. Well, have no fear, for you can actually entirely bypass Stormvale Castle.
Yeah, there's a lot of
From the Stormhill
bypassing
Shack site of
apparently.
Grace, instead of heading into Stormvale Castle, head straight north along the path that goes underneath the giant bridge.
There's a
into the
lot of
destroyed bridge
bypassing.
close to the water. Here, you'll find a finger reader NPC near the bridge. Don't worry about her though. Just keep heading north along the destroyed bridge, and you'll discover that even though it's destroyed, you can actually drop down along its remains and then hug the east side of Stormvale Castle. Continue north along this path, and you'll eventually pop out right at Liurnia the Lakes and the lake-facing cliff site of Grace. Hidden Stormvale Castle Tree Spirit. Stormvale Castle has a massive hidden underneath dungeon area that you'll have to take a leap of faith to find. This dungeon includes many goodies and a minor boss. Remember the
What?
Tree Spirit boss I showed earlier that absolutely wrecked me? Well, you can find one here. However, most of the time defeating these Tree Spirits makes them drop a golden seed, so it's definitely
interesting.
worth fighting them, as it'll add to your golden seed count. Not only will you find this Tree Spirit and golden seed for heading down here, but you'll also find a Stone Sword Key and the Prince of Death's Postule, which is a talisman you can equip that will raise your vitality. To find this area, start at the Liftside Chamber site of Grace within Stormvale Castle. Leave the open door
This
that
is
is unlocked,
definitely
and go around
gonna
the
be
side
my
next to
first
the right, where you'll find a dead enemy looking down. Look down as well,
Souls
and you'll
game.
see a path you can fall on. Fall down here and then continue to work your way down. And there you go. Have fun fighting a Tree Spirit. I hope you learned something new, and if not, I'll have another video for you guys next week with even more fun factoids and hidden things, so I hope you'll look forward to that and enjoy.
Oh, there's so
And
many
I'll see you
things
guys
like
next
that.
time. Peace.
Thanks, that was very informative. Very informative. Hey, girl. So, we're gonna finish this up just by watching what is going to come new this month to the Xbox Game Pass. I'm actually very excited. I've seen a little bit of something that I am so excited about.
The gameplay fundamentals for Elix 2. It's all presented by THQ Nordic. This is your daily fix.
Do I make it louder? Maybe. Let's take a look.
Presented by THQ Nordic. Xbox Game Pass games for the month of March have been revealed, and it looks like we got some really good ones this time around.
Let's take a
Right now
look.
on Xbox Game Pass
Okay, we
March
got
are the
Far.
atmosphere vehicle adventure game Far, Changing Tides.
I actually
and
want to
Microsoft
try this
Flight Simulator.
game.
Set sail in Far, Changing Tides as you face perils in the open waters, environmental dangers, and overcome puzzles in this captivating and beautifully illustrated world.
Yep.
Aboard your
I actually want to try this one.
ship. Raise
I
masts,
think we're
hoist,
gonna try
and
it next
angle
week.
the sails, and light the furnace as you learn to sail the ocean while facing the reality of the world lost to a flood. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, fly
Flight
all
Simulator?
types of
No,
aircraft
thank you.
in a highly
It's a
detailed
gorgeous,
and accurate
beautiful
simulation that tests your piloting
game,
skills against
but
real-life challenges
I
like
will
flying
not.
at night, real-time atmospheric conditions, and dynamic weather.
I will
The
not
stunning
play it.
details and realistic gameplay will have players feeling exhilarated and free. Final Fantasy XIII Lightning Returns is also coming to Xbox Game Pass. The final
Really?
installment to the Final Fantasy XIII series has you play as Lightning working to save the souls of humanity before the
Isn't
end of
this
the
one like
world. Seeing old friends and allies, Lightning
most
faces
hated
challenges,
one of
terrible
the series, of the
monsters, and
13
enemies while
series?
staying true to her mission and faith.
I've played the
Lightning Returns
13
releases
one.
on Xbox Game Pass
Was
March
good.
3rd. Kentucky Route Zero is a magical realist adventure game that tells the story of a secret
Huh.
highway running through caves under Kentucky.
This one's good.
Learn about the mysterious folks who travel it in a 5-act game developed and published episodically over 7 years. Kentucky Route Zero releases on Xbox Game Pass March 10th. Lawn Mowing Simulator comes to Xbox Game
Lawn
Pass with
Mowing
its beautifully
Simulator?
detailed mowing
Oh my
experience
God.
in the great British
Huh?
countryside. The only simulator that lets you ride authentic, real-world licensed lawnmowers and learn the ins and outs of managing your own mowing business. Lawn Mowing Simulator
Real
also
world
releases on Xbox
licensed
Game Pass March 10th.
lawnmowers.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy arrives on
Yes.
Xbox Game Pass, bringing
Yes, yes,
tons
yes, yes,
of
yes,
fun
yes, yes, yes,
single-player
yes, yes,
action full
Give
of
it
cosmic
to
comic
me.
book flavor.
Now, now,
You
now,
play
now,
as
now.
Star-Lord, so you know you're in for a wild adventure with epic combat style and, of course, Guardians fighting along with you. Call the shots and deliver synchronized attacks to save the universe, while also turning up the volume to cruise to its all-time
Yes,
beat
I'm
mixtape.
so
Guardians
hyped
of the
for this
Galaxy
one.
hits Xbox Game Pass March 10th. Lastly, Young Souls is a beautiful TD brawler.
Oh,
that
Young
combines
Souls is
full
coming
rich
also.
action RPG elements and
Nice.
incredible gameplay to provide a
You've seen the
once-of-a-kind
trailers for this one,
experience
boys.
as players fight hordes of
Yesterday, I
goblins
think.
while leveling up hundreds of weapons and accessories and exploring the enchanted world. Play as orphans Jen and Tristan, who one day find out the mysterious scientist that took them in suddenly vanished. In searching for him, they find a portal that takes them to a world
Okay,
of goblins.
I think this is gonna go on the list of let's try out as well.
Releasing on Xbox Game Pass
Did
March
he
10th.
just say
In
fuck?
other news, Twitch streamer Hassan Piker, also known as Hassan Abi, raised over $100,000 for Ukraine relief in partnership with CARE in less than half an hour yesterday. When Hassan started streaming, he didn't have
Oh, yeah,
any
Hassan,
control, but
yeah.
after clearing $86,000 in donation, CARE stepped in to set
Good
a
for you,
goal of
Hassan, man.
100K, which was promptly surpassed. And after his 8-hour
He's a very
stream,
cool guy.
he managed to bring in over $150,000. On top of all the donations from viewers, Hassan also donated $10 for every death he succumbed to in Elden Ring, which stacked up to a whopping $25,000 so far. That's a lot of dying, Hassan, but it's for a good cause, so I'm not complaining. Outside of the stream, Care is accepting donations, providing immediate aid, food, water, hygiene kits, psychosocial support, and cash assistance for families in the country and refugees. And finally, Elix 2, the science fantasy RPG developed by Piranha Bytes, is out today. Elix 2 continues the classic Piranha Bytes style.
You guys like this? We already know it's out today. People nostalgic for good old gothic style games will not be disappointed.
Bigger than your face. But that's the point. You need to loot up, craft gear, and level up to learn skills to stand a fighting chance. In Elix 2, you can distribute your
Thank you. I mean, I know. Got it. Elix and Guardians of the Galaxy. This is so good. So good. I mean, Elix 2 is not coming to the Game Pass, but it is out, so go play it. That is it for our section of the game trailers and news section, I guess, for today. I will be moving on. I'm gonna play some more Assault and Sanctuary, the first one, not the second one that is coming out. So Assault and Sanctuary is next on our agenda, followed by a little bit of more Lost Ark progression, to correct myself there. Other than that, I will see you all for more game trailers tomorrow. So